In this video, I'm going to show you how I create a company logo. That's the brand, the colors, the company name in literally under 10 minutes from start to finish. And this is the brand that I came up with after doing this. So let me run through how I did it. First thing I want to do is generate company names and logo ideas. So to do that, I'll go over to ChatGPT. There's a nice GPT called Landing Page Copywriter. You can also just use the free version. That is fine. This is just a little bit tailored to our use case. Then I'm going to put in the following prompt, essentially context about what the product does. What product offers this, here's the unique value, 3 steps how it works, really high level. And then I want it to suggest 10 brand names. So we get a load of ideas, some of them will be rubbish, but we can pick and choose. And second part of that is brand names that represent the tangible outcome my product's going to deliver. Why do we want that? Brands tend to perform better when they represent a clear outcome that we're looking for. Think of Kleenex for tissues, right? Clean, clearing your nose. Okay, something really nice and tangible. So let's put that in and see what we get here. Now, remember what I'm doing is essentially a concept of helping product managers create regular product updates. So I'm looking for that, they're saving time. I'm looking for helping them like stand out, to communicate better, these kind of ideas. So let's have a look through. Some of them you go, okay, so like a quick brief, yeah, nice. It's about speed. It's sort of a play on words even, right? Brief can also mean like a brief, like an update, but it can also mean quick. Flash report sounds a bit sort of confusing, not crystal clear. Same with stakeholder ease, but I like, okay, stakeholder sync, interesting. So it's about, alignment. It's about synchronization. Nice, that sounds good. Agile updates, interesting. Fast, also that sort of, agile being a product word, interesting there. So I might go, okay, great. Got some ideas there. And one of the words, by the way, when I did this in real was smart, and I liked that. So I said, okay, I like the word smart. We could add that with update, something like smart updates. I'm going to go for smart updates as my company name. Suggest 10 icons that could represent this brand. Say accurately, and let's see what we get. And always play around with the wording, right? If you're not happy. Lightning bolt, yeah, nice idea. Check mark, clock, document with pen. You could also have document with a tick, right? Sort of show this like confirmation, update, that kind of thing. Interesting. Paper airplane, really like that. Sort of quick, easy. You're just sort of throwing it out there. Maybe not. You don't want it to be that casual, but it's a nice idea of sort of sending something like an email, but emphasis on the quick, the speed. Note here, I'm also not overthinking this. I genuinely, as I'm talking to you, this is my thought process as I was doing this in the real world. Okay, really not taking too much time on it, because it's not worth it. Right? It is not worth it, particularly for a product that might not have any users, right? Might be dumped on the sideline in a couple of weeks. Okay, so we don't want to overthink it. Yes, we want something that sort of, it looks good. Again, it represents the outcome, but that is it. Right, so I'm going to say I'm going to go for company name smart updates. I'm going to go for the paper airplane idea. Next step is creating the logo. This is where I get a little bit cheeky. I will go on to nounproject.com, thenounproject.com. And again, just really to save time, because we're not sure if we're going to dump this or not, I will search something like paper airplane and just grab the first idea that jumps out. Okay, yeah, looks good. I'm then going to go get this icon. I will do the basic download, because what I'm doing is not using the exact logo. I'm basically going to use this as an outline. You can even do this, screenshot it. I'll then, go over to Figma, dump it here, and then I can just basically illustrate over. So I'm not using the original. If I do use this, I have done an actual attribution. So go and spend your $4 on the logo. Right, once I prove that this has real revenue potential. But you can come on and do this. You could buy if you don't design yourself, buy the real thing, like an SVG. So that's the editable file. And then basically, there we go. We've got our logo. I can then increase that. Say, great, yeah, I like that. Awesome. I could, and designers here are going to be killing me because this is not the way to do it, but again, all about speed in my kit, all about speed. So I'm going to do, yeah, I might go, oh, it'd be nice to have, you know, let's add a little bit of shading here, for example. So it adds a little bit of texture. You could do the, you know, this wing again, a little bit of texture. This is not the way to do it in proper scalable logos, but again, this is really about being scrappy, having something nice, quick and easy. You have something like that, and I've ended up actually, in fact, with this. So again, SVG, so a vector, it means it can be scaled really big. We can change the color, and I will quite simply just do a light version again, using that nice little shading. Same thing here. In fact, that should not be that color. It should be like this. Okay, so I've got that there. And then, you see how scrappy this is, not even the accurate name. Smart updates, I've got my aeroplane logo. This is infinitely scalable. So if I go, you know, I want this, export it, and for it to be freaking huge, to be printed at like a football stadium, then that is fine. It's going to work like that as well. In terms of typography here, I'm keeping it really simple. Why? Because if I go over to how I'm setting up my code base, let's show you a bit of the insides of what's coming your way. I'm actually just a bit confusing. Okay, so I'm going to add the logo here, and then I'm going to just use a text element for the brand name, which is in a typeface called Inter. So I'm just using it. You know, I think I would say, let's play around with it. Let's do something a bit more jazzy. Not this, but just example. Sorry. You know, just an example. Play around with maybe a different font. Great, cool. But just to reduce work, technical risk, and just any little issues with it, I'm basically using something called app name, and that's going to appear every time I mention the product name itself. So if we preview the homepage, then you're going to see it up here, right? So I've got text element and then the actual logo, which I've uploaded, and also something called a fave icon. So just a white version with a purple background, really as simple as that. And that is it, right? That is really as quick as it is. I think you can do this in 5 minutes. I think I did do it in 5 minutes, but if you're new to it, obviously if you don't have a design background, it's going to take you a little bit longer, but really not much longer than that. You can even ask for a suggested color palette from ChatGPT. You could use, if you know your basic knowledge of Figma, just this is a design system that I downloaded, publicly available. You can use it. There's no rights, no intellectual property there, so you can do the same thing. And yeah, this is, you know, I will eventually build brand systems. I've done for Pro MBAs, I've done for Break Free, like so, some guidelines. But with these fast, quick products I'm launching, 1 a month, there's not time for that. Best to just move really quickly and get something good enough out there as quickly as possible.